Hi, in this JetSmartFilters tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can add an expand and collapsible checkbox filter like this to your website. So as you can see right here on the left, I have a checkbox called payments, and what I wanted to do is be able to expand this right down here. So as soon as you do this, the user can now select any one of these payments right here, and then it will filter out these posts if it has that tag to the post. So let me show you how I have everything set up in the back end, and I'll show you step by step on how to create this. And here we are on the back end of that WordPress website. And before we can start to add anything inside of JetSmartFilters, the first thing you need to do is make sure that you have your parent and child terms connected to the post so the filters are going to work correctly. Let me show you what that means. So as you can see right here, I'm underneath post, and I have this custom taxonomy just called payments. And in order for this filter to work, what you need to do is make sure that you have it structured just like this. So as you can see right here, we have payments as the parent, and then we have all of the different payment methods below it as a child. So if you don't have it set up just like this for your custom taxonomies, or this could also work for your regular categories, it's not going to work correctly. So again, just make sure that it looks just like this. And then what you could do is, of course, you could assign it right here. So as a payments, you could see right here, like post 6 has these two right here called cash and check. So you just want to go ahead and make sure that that's all set up first, or the filtering is not going to work correctly. After you've made sure all of your posts were tagged correctly with the parent-child terms, now what we can do is actually start to add the filter. So what you need to do first is just head over to JetSmartFilters, and let's go ahead and click this button called Add New. Now I'm going to give this one a filter name. I'm just going to call it Payments. And this is going to work in this situation. I want to have as a checkbox, but this could also work if you're using a radio. But in this situation, I'm just using a checkbox. Now what you need to do is select the data source. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And in my case, right here where it says post, this one right here called payments was a custom taxonomy. You could also just choose taxonomies if you're using the regular categories. So instead of the regular categories, what I'm going to do is head on down into payments. You can keep this one right here at union. It's up to you if you want to show empty terms or not. So if something is empty, whether you show it or not. But right here, this is probably the most important thing, is you need to make sure that this is checked on. So group terms by parents. So when you turn that on, you're going to see this new thing right here called collapsible. So you're going to want to go ahead and make sure you turn that on. So that's what's going to enable that plus and minus in order for this to all work correctly. And if we head down here, you can always give it a label if you want. So they have the filter label and the active one. So you could just type in something like payments down here. This isn't necessary, but if you want to have a label on it, that's where you can change it right here. So after you've created a new filter, what we could do is head over to that page, and let me show you how easy it is to add. So once you already have your page set up, let me go on the right and show you what I have set up first. So this is just using the listing grid with Jet Engine. So just a very simple grid feed with just my regular post. In order to add that filter, what we can do is just type in the word checklist. And this one right here called Checkbox Filters. You can go ahead and just click and drag that over. Now what we need to do is search for the one we just created. So this one was called Payments. So as soon as you choose that, you can see it's going to come in correctly right here. Then you need to just change a few settings here. This filter is for, and in this situation right here, like I said, this is using the Jet Engine listing grid. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Jet Engine. And I wanted to have it where Ajax is on value change. So what that means is as soon as the user clicks one of these, it will update automatically. You could always change it to be on page load, or if you have to have an apply button. So they give you those options as well. And what's nice about this is you can go into your styling, and now you're going to see this new thing right here called collapse icon. So this is where you can go ahead and change the size of this thing. So if you want to make it a little bit bigger, you can do that right here. And then if you needed to make the checkbox a little bit bigger, so I believe up here is a little bit larger. And then right within Elementor or whatever builder you're going to be using, you can test it in the back end. So let's go ahead and just make sure that that all looks correct. Now what we can do is, I always like to test on the front end to make sure everything's working correctly. And here we are on the front end of that page. So if I go ahead and just click the plus button, you can see right here, it's going to expand all of your child terms right here. And if I select this, it should change. If I go to cache, it should just be the two of them right here. And what's nice is you can, if you have other filters on here, you can kind of combine stuff. So it can be Wi-Fi and takes cache. Those are like one listing. So you can always combine your JetSmartFilters together. And that's it for this video on how to add an expand and collapsible checkbox filter to your website. Thank you for watching.